I've been a big fan of the Ridge Racer series ever since I got the very first Ridge Racer on the Sony PlayStation. For me though, the PSP version stands out above all the rest as the graphics are super polished, the gameplay is extremely smooth, and the sound effects and music are excellent. This game makes for an excellent racing experience that is also included on the V2, along with all of the other copies of Ridge Racer. But yeah, this is a classic, I love it.
Unbelievable! Checkpoint right ahead! Time extended.
Scud Race, a real Sega classic. If you went to the arcades and you found a 4-player sort of arcade booth, you know, that was great. You could have the old 4-player battles with your mates. This game for me though was the graphics stand out amazingly, even to today's standards. They're great. The sound again, music was brilliant. The only thing though, I thought the racing or the handling was a little bit twitchy, not just on the V2 but actually going back in the arcades. But that's only a minor niggle. A great game, and came at a time when Sega were doing what they do best. You could probably tell I'm a huge Sega fan. This again, I mean, what can you say about this? An absolute iconic classic. What arcade back in the day didn't have this game? You could get the stand-up version, or you could get the sit-down version. Whichever version you played, it was amazing. You could almost feel the wind blowing through your hair with this game. The sound, the music was fantastic, played well. I put countless pounds into this, as I'm sure most people did. A fantastic arcade game. Daytona USA, I put this in the same category as Scud Race and Sega Rally. This really is another iconic game. There's loads of versions out of this game. The V2 has loads of different versions on the console, but funnily enough, it also has the PS3 version, which for me again, graphically, is probably superior to the other versions. Plays really smoothly, and yeah, that's why it gets in my top list here. The other versions, the original arcade version, still fantastic, but this one just pips it to the post in all areas. Where I used to live growing up, this one actually wasn't in many of the arcades around where I lived. Therefore I didn't get to play this too much when I was a kid. But when it was in the arcade, I'd grab a go, definitely. Still didn't play as much as I'd like to have played it, but now it's on the V2. I've played it loads. You know, I've probably played it, relived all those years. I've not been able to play it properly. But yeah, again, another classic Sega game. Fantastic graphics, plays well. It just screams Sega. A fantastic game. I'm very, very pleased to have it on the V2.
There's a traffic jam and it's all your fault.
Before I had an Amiga, I used to go around my mate's house, sort of in my teens at school. I used to go in his house once a week, and we used to have 2 or 3 hour sessions battling this out in 2-player mode. This is the third in the trilogy, and for me it stands out because of the music. The music on this is so good that it just brings back all those memories of having those long battles. Such a fantastic game. The first 2 Lotuses were also amazing, but like I said, for me the music brought this one well and truly alive. Need for Speed, I have this on the PS3 and love it, massively love it. So I was so pleased to see when this came onto the V2. I never thought a game like this would be able to even run on the V2. The graphics, again, are fantastic. It plays really smoothly. The music and sound's great, and it's a great addition to have on the V2. Perhaps one of the more recent retro games it has, but nevertheless, still retro, still an amazing game. For anybody that's seen my channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I'm a massive Sega Rally fan, and this game for me is just the best of the best. This was the sole reason why I purchased the V2. I saw this game was on the V2 and just had to go for it. No questions asked. This for me is Sega at its absolute best in terms of sort of graphics, gameplay. This game has it all. Put many a pound into the arcade when I was a kid, and I've played it countless times here on the V2. This is a game that's actually very, very easy to pick up and play, but it's actually a challenging game to finish. A great game to pick up and put down, when you just have a little amount of time. Just have a quick bash of this. Fantastic.